So to be really clear, they're using the term fire ignition now rather than forest fires because they have to explain how some homes got torched and others didn't, down to dustification, down to ashes. Steel melts at 3,000 degrees, porcelain, granite tops, all disintegrated. So they couldn't explain it because a forest fire only burns up to 1700 degrees tops. So now they have to come up with the fire ignition theory. Okay, let's all learn what the fire ignition theory is about. Well, the fire triangle, the fire needs to ignite heat, fuel, and oxygen, usually an oxidizing agent. Heat, fuel, and oxidizing. So they're going to be coming up with this fire ignition theory, and they've been writing about it now for a while. Fire damage to California homes isn't as random as it seems. December 11, 2017. And it goes on to state that here that small embers are instead often the culprits that begin house fires during the wildfires. Often the culprits. How many people have heard of this before? These small bits of burning debris can be lofted by distances by the wind. Small bits of burning debris that they're going to tell us and blow smoke up our asses and put all these people homeless without getting retribution. Sorry, it's just sad. Is because the embers that you could literally flying around people as they're walking around paradise are all of a sudden hot enough and get enough spark to get into the HVAC systems. Here's how they say it. They can end up igniting landscaping materials like combustible mulch or enter homes through vulnerable spots, gutters teeming with debris, unscreened attic vents, open broken windows, old roofs with shingles, and in California, iconic winds work to create ember-driven ignition conditions. All right, so they're putting in all the buzzwords here, and here's a new buzzword they just put in. Now, we all know about the Santa Ana winds, but we don't know about the Diablo. Diablo means devil. Mount Diablo is south of us. The winds came from the east to the north, but they're saying these Diablo winds go over the 12,000-foot Sierra Nevadas now, new term, and blow from east to west under the red flag warning days now they've just created. Like red flag, 20 miles an hour or more, they can turn off your power. Here's the other thing with PG&E now getting off the hook. PG&E is shutting off our power preemptively in case more fires burn because they're saying it's because of the fires on the ground that were combusting to start the fires. And that's why Brown's talking about logging all the wood because of all the combustible material, the fuel that caused the fires. Well, guess what? We don't have to do that anymore now, right? Because it's now ignition fires from the embers. Well, how hot do embers get, folks? How hot do embers get? So what they're going to do, folks, and here they're back and they're promoting it like they're going to just be selling this. Here's an article, another one from Marin Fire Safe. It talks about how this is how they're going to explain it to us all about how this works. Should these embers land or near your home, they could just as easily, ignite nearby vegetation or accumulate debris or enter the home or attic through openings or vents, igniting furnishings or combustible debris in these locations. And then you're gonna see them drop out probably this report, the Royal Society of England, and talk about the combustions of igniting fuel with the embers, and the fuel will be the HVACs, the heating, ventilation, air conditioning units in our homes that either sucked it up when the heating was on and sucked the embers in, came in through the vents, or was sucked up when your air conditioning was on. This is how they're going to explain it away for destroying the properties where the embers got in, found your house, blew it up, and caused all 3,000-degree temperatures to exist, to torture iron bathtub, to torture porcelain, to torture granite countertops, to torture stone walls. And this isn't the first time this happened. Listen to this from Sasha, who I talked to yesterday about this, and she was talking about what she had just heard. Listen to this.